Are you coming off as confident in your relationship and your dating life, or are you coming off as arrogant? Let's talk about that. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shahrzad. I'm a certified life coach, and I wanted to talk to you about this because this is something that people tend to confuse. I've seen it a lot with the women that I work with, and we need to unpack it and talk about it because confidence is something that almost every single person, honestly, I haven't never ever seen anyone to not feel attracted to confidence. It's very attractive. It's an attractive quality, both for men and women. But arrogance, on the other hand, it's that cringy feeling. It makes us feel uncomfortable. Actually, it's a repellent. Yet it's easy to confuse the two. There's a fine line between them. And I wanted to talk to you about it and help you through and for you to reflect on whether you're coming off as confident or arrogant and the things that you need to shift and change perhaps to make sure that you are not repelling people and you have the mindset and the aura and the energy that is attractive not to just men but to everyone around you. So the main difference between a confident person and an arrogant person is that a confident woman, and I'm going to say you because just for the conversation's sake, is that when you feel confident, you feel worthy. You feel worthy of love. You know your value, you know your worth. You're not in any competition with anyone or anything. You don't feel superior or inferior to anyone. You feel worthy because you are. Now, an arrogant person, on the other hand, is in a constant competition with other people. She actually looks for flaws in people to put them down in her own mind or sometimes outwardly. So she thinks that she's better or less than other people, and she always wants to be better than everyone else. She wants to make sure that she's perceived as the highest quality of all. And that is super, super cringy and unattractive because nobody likes a person that has that negative attitude toward other people. If the only reason that we are going to notice you is because you are putting other people down or you are coming off as I am better than you, then it's not an attractive quality. But we think that a person that talks like that, we mistakenly think that that person is, they must be so sure of themselves. They must be so full of themselves. But in reality, it is a sign of deep insecurity because a true confident person, she's so accepting of all of herself, including her own flaws, including all of her own feelings, that she can extend the same sort of acceptance to other people. She knows she's not perfect. Confident person, you don't think you're perfect. You know you're imperfect. You know there is no such thing as a perfect person. But your imperfections don't make you look at yourself as broken or unworthy or less than because that person has more money than you or she has a smaller waist than you or she has I don't know, two kids more than you have. Then you are not looking at that person as their value or their worth is more than you, and you now have to find a way to find their flaws to make yourself feel better about yourself. A confident person doesn't do that. But an arrogant person, because they want to be the center of the attention, because they are so uncomfortable with their own imperfections and they want to look flawless and be flawless, they can't accept themselves as a flawed being. So they're always trying to direct the attention of people to other people's flaws so they are not being seen, their flaws are not being seen. That energy is showing the deep insecurity of don't look at what I don't want you to look at, only look at my shiny parts, and I need to really work hard on that for you not to see it. And that is such a big attraction killer because in the world of dating or relationship, want to be loved for all of who we are. It is really exhausting to always put on a show, to always try to hide the things that are not that shiny and perfect. If you want to spend a lifetime with a person, can you imagine going about your entire life trying to make the other person not see your imperfect parts so you would be lovable? It's really, really exhausting. But when you're confident, you know you're a work in progress, or as I like to call it, a masterpiece in the making. And you continuously to work on yourself and your well-being and your skills, anything and everything that you feel like that it can improve. Now, you're not looking at yourself as a flawed being that I need to make sure that I need to make everything perfect, but there's always obviously room for growth and evolution. But you don't look at yourself that when I get to that part, then I'm worthy. You know that you're worthy now, and you will continue to be worthy. It's just a matter of your growth and evolution that makes you to be someone that is just so awesome to be with. And speaking of the insecurity part, I wanted to circle back to it. Is that one of the other aspects of being a confident person? I'll use an example here because I think it'll help. Is that when a woman, for example, let's say you are not comfortable with your man to go out, with a female friend, just the two of them. This is just doesn't feel good to you. It's not that you don't trust your man. It's not anything like that. It's just that this is not something that you like. You are okay with. And a confident woman would just voice that to her partner. She's not worried about, oh my God, what is he going to think? Is he going to think I'm insecure? Is he going to think that I think that, he's going to leave me for her, or I'm a jealous person? She doesn't do any of that. She just voices what is okay with her and what's not okay. And she lets him know that she's not worried about the fact that he's going to look at her as less than, or, oh my God, she's a jealous person. The confident person accepts all of herself, all of her own feelings, all of it, and she voices that. Now, an arrogant woman, what she tends to do, and I've seen that happen a lot, is that instead of taking the direct approach and just voicing it, she does this passive aggressive thing. She goes right into judging the other woman first in her own mind. She starts to size up the competition in her own mind, and in what ways she is less than me, and in what ways I think that I'm a much better catch. And so she makes herself feel better by putting her down and having this, I'm better than her anyways, I have nothing to worry about. Or there's the other level of that she actually outwardly does it to her man as well. Like she starts talking about her flaws, the things that she finds annoying about her, and starts to, in her own way, manipulate, influence his way of thinking, poisoning his mind towards his friend, so that maybe hopefully that he wouldn't want to hang out with her later on. That is so unattractive. That is something that men find so repulsive. And I think it's like I said, it's not just about men, it's about everyone. This is not a good look for anyone. So that's the approach that she gets. She has this sizing people up, judging harshly, looking at other people's flaws, directing attention of other people to that woman's flaw just to make herself feel better. So you see the difference between the confident person and an arrogant person. Arrogance has the quality of I'm better than, or oh my God, I'm less than, so I need to do something about it. Confident woman is looking at herself and the world with the same eyes, that we are all worthy, we are all lovable, and we all get to say what we desire. We get to be honest, we get to be accepting of our own feelings and communicate that. Now, if you want help with communication, this is one of my actual biggest strengths, because it used to be one of my weakest links. And I have this little masterclass for you that is totally free, It's called Magnetic Scripts 101. It's in the description box. I'd love for you to check it out. It helps you to more and more embrace your feelings and be able to communicate it, because a lot of our issues stems from the fact that we don't know how to say how we feel, because we're a work in progress, we're a masterpiece in the making of owning all of our feelings, accepting, so we can be more confident and we can be vulnerable in a way that actually speaks to a man's heart, and he can hear it, and he actually values us more because he can see that we value ourselves more for honoring our own feelings. So I want you to check it out. It's totally free. You can take a look at there. And if you are ready to go for even more of program that is going to be like a bigger container that helps you, there's the Magnetic Scripts program. It's also, the link is in the bio, that you can check that out. It is one of my signature programs that really helps both single and women in relationships to be able to formulate communication in a way that speaks to a man's heart, and it is so attractive. So I hope that you check them out and enjoy them. If you haven't already, please make sure that you subscribe to my channel, like, comment. It would mean the world to me, and I'll see you in the next one.